Welcome back to Western New York Living. All right, I'm going to brag right now, let you know that I used to get not one, but 2 stars at my art papers back in 2nd grade for always coloring inside the lines. Now, if you're a little more creative than I am and looking for a future in, let's say, animation or graphic design and other creative avenues, Daemen University might have the program for you. This morning, excited to have with us from the university their chair of the Visual and Performing Arts Department, Dan Shanahan, and director of animation, sitting next to me, Mike Jones. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
All right, I mentioned a few of the programs that you have, Dan, but why don't you highlight all the programs that you offer?
Sure, I'd be happy to give you an overview. So we've been really intentional with how we've developed our programs. We want to merge the creative arts with the liberal education that we provide here at Daemen. And so to go through some of them, we have graphic design, which is focused on the creative arts, thinking about the user experience, considering where the profession is headed with intuitive design. Illustration is helping students understand their own creative practice while also understanding that they're going to be working in a professional field such as package design, advertising. Arts management allows a student to think about the creative process through the lens of management, organizational development, fundraising, marketing. And then we have a BFA in studio art, which looks at this artistic process holistically. So students get a diverse introduction to ceramics, painting, sculpture, digital photography, and then of course we have animation, which Mike Jones would be well suited to speak on.
We'll get to that animation in just a second, as we saw some examples of that. But what is campus life like for a student in the Visual and Performing Arts Department? Because it sounds pretty varied there.
Yeah, so we were really wanting them to have an immersive experience. So we give them quite a bit of accessibility for studio space, which has kind of wonderful floor-to-ceiling windows with a lot of natural light. That allows them to always be honing on their craft. This type of process is also supported by student-run clubs, so they are able to continue working on their own artistic vision outside of the class. They're able to be introduced to very tactile materials like clay and oil and paint, but also it's supported by our digital technology, so they're really well versed in software. And then we also want to create a lot of fun events. Mike Jones does a 24-hour jam, much like a hackathon, where within a condensed period of time, 24 hours, they are able to develop a short animation film. Or if you're enrolled in our entrepreneurship program, you get to take your final business pitch, take it down to the team of 43 North at Seneca One Tower, present your ideas and be able to engage with professionals in that field.
Mike, let's talk about animation program. What sets it apart at Daemen University?
So Daemen Animation Program really is the premier animation program here in Western New York. As a matter of fact, in 2023, we were ranked one of the top 10 animation programs in all of New York. I think that really comes down to our faculty. Our faculty are industry professionals. They have years of experience. We've worked on projects such as SpongeBob, How to Train Your Dragon, Lion King, American Dad, Mulan, Tarzan. So there's this wealth of information, and we share all that with our students so they can go out and create amazing animation art.
I was going to ask where some of the graduates have ended up, but it sounds like at the top of the field.
Yeah. So we have several graduates working in major studios, so DreamWorks, Disney, Sony, Netflix. We actually had 4 animation students that worked with Jack Black recently on Tenacious D's video game. And so they won an Annie Award, which is the equivalent of an Emmy or a Grammy for that work. We also have students that work locally. So we have some that are at Fisher-Price and Mattel. And we had a student who worked on the Buffalo Bills Little People project. So we were really excited when that came out.
All right.